All right, welcome to our game one of the Silver Sticks tournament. Starting with us in that, we've got Robbie, we've got Cam and Riker on Z, we've got Hayden, Dean, and our newcomer Grayson Stacy, number 36, as center. Got a nice little bit of a battle going on in our zone right now. Pass up to Hayden. Hayden with the pass over to Riker. Goes a little bit far. Riker's able to get it popped into Noko's zone. Kept in by Hayden. Up over to Grayson. Grayson battling. Goes back behind the net. Noko sends it up. Riker gets it at the point. Riker with a shot. Hand on it by Noko. Picked up by Cam. Sent down into the zone. Brock's out. Merrick's out. Ian is out on forwards. Our D is Colton and Parker. Noko driving into our zone hard. Got a nice back check by Colton. Poke check by Parker. Parker with a nice stick lift up in the corner. Brock sends it around the corner. Around the board, sorry. Noko sends it mid-ice. Picked up, shot towards, but deflected by Parker. Puck behind the net. Shot on Robbie. Robbie shuts him down. Shot toward Robbie. Rebound picked up by Noko. Noko holding on to it. Back over. Centered. Blocked by Parker. Up to the point. Picked up by Brock. Brock is chasing it down. He's got Ian with him. Back check by Noko. Brock sends it over to Merrick. Goes a little bit wide. Colton with a nice little poke check. Noko brings it in. Cam's up against it for D. Picked up behind. Shot towards, but then picked up by Colton. Colton with a pass over to Aiden. Goes a little bit wide. He did touch it, but they're still going to call icing. That's all right. All right. Coming out. Looks like on D we got Cam and Mikey. Maybe. Or no. It doesn't matter. We've got Mikey, Aiden, J-Ray, and Eli. J-Ray with the face-off. Battle going hard. Goes up to Noko's point. They send it back behind the boards. Cam battling behind, trying to hold up that guy, and he does. Mikey gets possession, holds on to it, does a pass, trying to make it over to Aiden. Gets intercepted. Cam clears it out. Picked up by Noko. They do a D-to-D pass. Gets sent over. Mikey chasing it with Cam. Cam sends it around the board. Gets up to their D. Back over to their winger. Trying to get it in front. Shot deflected by Robbie. Another shot across the crease. We got Mikey and J-Ray with a little bit of a battle. Another D pass. D with a shot. Stopped and covered by Robbie. Coming out, we got Grayson, Hayden, and Dean with Riker and Colton. D shot. High stick. High stick on Noko, so we're going to go down into their zone. Looks like we're going to be setting up to their goalie's left. I'm sorry, I know that the position for my camera isn't great, but this rink is a little bit tough. All right, so puck goes down into Rebel zone. Rebels clear it out. Gets it up to Grayson. Dean's there to help him out. Back into the Rebel zone, back around, Riker chasing it. Gets over into the corner, up against the boards. Poke check, gets it over into the center ice. Dean clears it out, chasing it down. Picked up by Noko. They send it, and we're going to have icing. All right, let's see if I can get this so that you guys don't have this big line in front. That's about as good as I can do for you guys, and I'm sorry for that. All right, so we're keeping out Grayson, Hayden, and Dean. Cam and Mikey on D. Face-off win by Noko. Into their corner, and they send it around. Up over. Cam stops it. There's a pass to nobody. Picked up by Dean. Dean sending it over to Grayson. Stopped by Hayden. Noko getting in there. Puck goes into the near corner. Trying to clear it out. Not much that you can see right here. Cameron picks it up, does a terrible flop of trying to get it cleared out. I can say that, he's my kid, remember. Cam back around. He needs to do something different this time. Clear it out. Ian's out. Ian's chasing it down. He's got Merrick and Parker with him. Parker with a beautiful poke check. Interrupts that little bit of a breakaway. Riker comes down, picks it up behind the net. Sends it around the corner, trying to get it up to Ian. Merrick does some nice pushing up against the boards. Picked off by Noko, still more battling up against the boards. Riker's there, Merrick's there, gets sent back over. Ian's waiting in the wings. Merrick sending it around, clears it out. Picked up by Noko. Ian's chasing it down, poke check by Brock, and then by Parker. Noko with a shot. Stopped and covered by Robbie. 9:14 left in the first period. Merrick face off. Noko picks it up, does a D-to-D pass. Brock with some really nice pressure. Gets it over. Merrick picks it up. Merrick's coming in. Merrick with a shot. High. Oh, rebound. Oh, shot. Picked off by Noko. Riker stops it. Still gets brought in. Shot. Kicked to the side by Robbie. J-Ray's out. Poke check by Brock. Parker trying to clear it out. J-Ray picks it up. J-Ray is a 1-on-3 situation. Eli's out with it. Aiden. Mikey out on D with Colton. Aiden still putting some pressure on, gets it back into neutral ice. D-to-D pass from Noko. Aiden picks it up against the boards, gets pushed to the side by Noko. Mikey picks it up, cleared out by Aiden again, and they do another D-to-D pass. They send it down, picked up by Colton. Colton, a cross-ice pass, clears it out. Nice little reset. They send it in, back out by Aiden, back out by Mikey. Mikey sends it down. We're going to get icing. No, they waved it off. All right, we got a big line change coming up. Eli's staying out. We got Grayson coming on. Riker's coming on. Hayden's coming on. Colton keeps it in. Dean and Cameron coming on for Eli. Oh, Riker with a beautiful poke check, dumps it into the zone. Dean with the puck. Cleared out. Stop. Cameron holds on to it, does a pass to Riker. Riker with the puck. He's got time. And we are offside. Darn it. It's all right. We got 7:09 left on the first period, in the first period. Shots on goal, 6-3 for Noko. Score is still 0-0. Grayson with the face-off. He's got Dean and Hayden with him. Riker and Cam on D. Hayden chipping it in. They do a D-to-D pass, clear it out of the zone. Picked up by Cameron, and he sends it into the bench. We're going to do a center ice face-off. D-to-D pass from Noko after the face-off win. They send it up. We've got a 2-on-2 situation. Nice poke check by Cam and Riker. They lose possession and not sure what's going on. Oh, we have a net off because they decided to knock it off. All right, so coming out, we got Ian, Brock, Merrick, Merrick with the face-off. Mikey and Parker on D. Merrick with the face-off win. Ian's there, does a nice little poke check. Noko decides to reset in their own zone. They pick it up, send it around the boards. Just out of reach. Ian holds on to it, does a cross-ice pass. Able to keep it in the neutral zone. Merrick picks it up. Merrick's driving it in. Poke check. But he's able to keep possession. Gets tripped up, falls down. No penalty. Noko driving it in. Parker with a stick lift. They're able to go around. Shot on Robbie, and he holds on tight. All right, big line change coming out. We got Eli coming with J-Ray, Aiden, Colton, and Riker. J-Ray with the face-off. Noko with the face-off win. D sends it deep into the zone behind, picked up by their center. Colton's just chipping away, able to get it cleared out. Eli's coming up after him. Noko sends it in, but we are offside. Or they were offside. Yeah? No? I guess not. I'm not sure what happened. All right, no line change. J-Ray with the face-off, and the face-off win back over to Riker. Riker picks it up, takes it, swings it around behind the net, up the boards, stopped by their D. They send it back down against the boards. There's Riker again. Back to their D, back to Riker. Riker says, enough of this. Pass it up to Eli. Eli dumps it into the zone. Gets sent around the corner. Riker's chasing it down. Picked up by Noko. Then Colton intercepts. Sends it to Hayden. Hayden sends it up to Riker. Riker dumps it in deep. We've got Grayson chasing it and back behind the net. Up to Dean. It's going to go all the way around. Whoops. Cam chasing it, and it is icing. I'll take icing in their zone. All right. So we got Grayson, Hayden, Mikey, Dean, and Cameron. .505 left in the first period. Face-off win up to Cameron. Cameron sends it back behind the net. Picked up by Noko. They're sending it up. Nice little pressure from Grayson. And puck goes back behind. Hayden trying to do a poke check. Picked up by Noko. Cam with a poke check. Able to clear it out. Grayson with some pressure. We got Hayden doing some stick lifting. Noko goes around, but unable to get a shot off. Up to their D. D with a shot. Kicked to the side by Robbie. Cleared by Grayson. Grayson putting some pressure in the corner. Up to the D. Deflected. And stopped by Grayson. Back up to their D. Their D flicks it up. Puck goes to the far side. I think that was supposed to be a shot on that, but it wasn't. All right. We just need to get all of us back together. Mikey trying to clear it out. Gets it up to Dean. Poke check on Dean. Hayden clears it in. A little bit of a traffic jam right there. That's where the bench is. Parker's out with Brock, Merrick, Ian, and Riker. Ian putting some nice pressure on. Ooh, thank goodness that was a bad pass by Noko. Ian with a pass up to Brock. Brock with a dump into the far corner, or to the near corner, up to Riker. Riker sends it back. Stopped, deflected. Ian picks it up. Riker keeps it in. Riker down towards the net. Stopped by Noko's D. And they clear it out. Are we going to get icing? No, we're not. Picked up by Ian. Ian holds on to it. Trying to make a pass up to Riker. Intercepted by Noko. Did they do a shot? Another great stop by Robbie. Brock dumps it into the zone. We got J-Ray coming out with Aiden. Parker Eli and Colton. Shot on Robbie. He holds on to it. And they do a little chip on our goalie. I wonder if they know that we don't put up with that. All right, 2:45 left in the first period. Okay, so we've got Eli, Aiden, Colton, J-Ray, and Cameron. J-Ray with face-off. Noko with face-off win. Aiden picks it up. No, Eli picks it up. Chips it up against the boards. Ooh, trying to get it into the zone. Aiden able to get it. Pass back to Cameron. Cameron's got pressure on him. Oh, shot towards, but he was being too fancy, and Robbie was able to kick it to the side. J-Ray picks it up. Gets it over to Aiden. Gets intercepted. D-to-D pass by Noko. Shots on goal are 10-3 in favor of Noko. Colton keeps it in the zone. And then they do another pass. Coming in, poke check by Cameron. Cameron picks it up. Cameron's there, dumps it into the zone. He did not have time or space. All right, we got Mikey coming out. Riker. We got Grayson out. Dean and Hayden. All right, Grayson with face off. No, that's Merrick out there, not Hayden. All right, puck goes into the corner. Noko picks it up. They do a pass, but Mikey's there. Keeps it in the zone. He gets still popped out. Merrick and Riker chasing down this little bit of a breakaway. Merrick with a beautiful push up against the boards. They do a shot, deflected by Riker, and they're able to clear it out. C-to-D pass for Noko. Trying to drive it in. They had to wait for it to be cleared. Mikey with some good pressure up against the boards. Grayson's there. Pushes it off to the side. Riker picks it up. Riker trying to clear it out. Picked up by Mikey. Mikey with a pass over to Dean. Picked off by Noko, but back over to Mikey. And we get into Noko's territory. They do a nice little breakaway. It is a 2-on-1 situation. Shot towards Robbie, but it was way wide. We've got Brock out there with Ian, Eli, Parker, and Colton. Colton picks it up, does a cross-ice pass. Brock gets it back into the zone. 33 seconds left in the period. They chip it up the boards. Nice pressure by Parker. Brock's coming up. Ian's waiting for it to pop out. Parker's got it. Sends it across the ice. 13 seconds left in the first period. Picked up by Ian. Shot on Robbie. Cleared it out by Eli. Robbie with a beautiful save. That's the end. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That's the end of the first period. We'll be back shortly. All right, here we are at the start of the second period. Still keeping Robbie in net. We got Riker and Cameron on D. Coming out is Dean, Grayson, and Hayden for our face-off. Rebels with a face-off win. Hayden does a back pass, trying to get it away from Noko. Pressure up against the boards. D to D pass. Their D gets around. Some interruptions by Cam and Dean. Shot on Robbie. Tried to hold on to it, unable to. Puck gets deflected off to the side. Noko holds on to it. Riker does some nice interruptions, trying to get it up over to Hayden, and we have icing. So I just won't move it. All right, coming out, we got Mikey and Parker. We're going to keep, nope, I'm sorry. We got Eli, J-Ray, and Aiden. J-Ray is going to take this face off. Noko with a face-off one. Sent back to their D. They send it deep into the corner. Up against the boards. Aiden's trying to get to it, but they held on to his stick. Puck towards the net, but that went high. Up to their D. Picked up by Mikey. Mikey brings it in, sends it around the corner. Eli's chasing it. It's stopped up. Oh, the ref keeps it in. Parker's able to put some pressure. Cleared out. Mikey holds on to it, sends it in back behind the corner as well. Parker trying to keep it in, gets up over his shoulder, unfortunately. Shot towards the net. Mikey with his skates able to deflect that. And we're clearing it out. We got Brock coming out with Ian. Colton, Riker. Colton with a beautiful poke check, picked up by Brock. Brock trying to get it up over to Merrick. Gets interrupted. Noko drives it in. Oh, he wrapped it around. Didn't even see that. That's all right. He's got 3 people on him. Noko trying to flip it out, and they're unable to. So we got Grayson up against the boards. He's got Hayden with him. Dean's waiting for it to pop out. Recovered by Noko. They send it up. Stopped by Riker. Riker gets it up over, trying to get it to Dean. Gets sent back far. Colton gets his stick on it, so no icing. Colton doing a pass. Oh, Dean got hit hard. Back up. Poke check by Colton. He didn't take that very well. He didn't like that at all. Grayson's there. Dean comes up. Whole bunch of passing. Riker is able to get his hands or his stick on that, so that shot went up into the netting. All right, coming out. Parker and Cam, Merrick, Ian, and Brock. 11:16 left in the second period. Merrick with the face-off. Back up over to Noko's D. Shot, but deflected to the side. Robbie is able to keep it out. And it gets cleared out. No, they're waving off icing. Ian's chasing it. Parker picks it up. Try to get a pass back over to Ian. Shot. Gloved by Robbie. All right, coming out, we got Eli, J-Ray, Aiden, Mikey, and Riker. J-Ray with the face-off. Noko with the face-off win. D to D pass for Noko. Shot towards Robbie. He deflects it. Picked up by Aiden. He clears it out. Sends it towards the net, so it is not going to be icing. Picked up by Noko. Oh, J-Ray with a beautiful hit there. Aiden with a shot towards the net, pushed off to the side by their goalie. J-Ray there with some more pressure. Picked up by Noko. They chip it up. Bring it. Eli using his body. Goes across. Noko decides too much pressure. And then J-Ray gets it. They poke check J-Ray. Shrimp on J-Ray, but no penalties. Eli stops. Gets it cleared out. Beautiful job, Eli. Noko drives it in. Riker says no. Trying to clear it out. Gets picked up. Goes around. Not a good enough shot. Oh, that was a rebound deflection shot that went in. Score is 2-0 Noko. A little bit of mess in the center ice there. Picked up by Parker behind the net. Sends it around, gets it up to Dean. Colton with a nice little block so that pass doesn't get connected over to Parker. Parker trying to clear it out. Picked up by Noko's D. Noko with a shot. Stopped by Robbie. That's a beautiful stop. Colton holding on to it, gets it cleared out. Up against the boards. Dean's there. It's just like these sticks are getting all entangled. All right. Puck is out of the zone. They're in the neutral zone, having to reconnect. We got Brock coming out. Parker with a nice little... I have no idea what that was. Holy moly. Okay. Step by Noko. Riker with a nice little poke check. They send it back into the zone. Cam chasing it into the corner. Flipping it up, trying to get it up to Brock. Never cleared out of the zone. Merrick trying to clear it out. Held on to by Noko D. They flip it up. And then trying to make a center pass. What the heck? They are screening the heck out of Robbie. That's how Noko's doing it. It's just nothing but a big giant screen on our face off won by Noko. That was offside, but they let it go. Cam was able to interrupt that. Thank God he didn't get called for a penalty. And they're coming up to the point. They do a pass shot on Sawyer that goes way high. Up against the boards. Pops out. They send it across. Interrupted by Cameron and J-Ray. J-Ray with nice pressure up against the boards. Cam trying to chip it over to Riker. Shot. Cam has it. Cam flips it up. Eli chasing it with Riker. No icing. Cleared out. We're going to get icing this time. All right. 7:08 left in the second period. Score is 4-0 Noko. All right, Grayson's out with Hayden and Dean. Grayson with the face-off. We got Mikey and Colton on D. Nice pressure from Grayson. Trying to keep them from taking that breakaway. He does. Nice interruption by Colton. Dean's there. Grayson putting some pressure on. Picked up by... Oh, Dean gets pinned again. Dean is one that they're picking on. Usually it's J-Ray. Colton holds on to it. Flips it up. Trying to get it up to Hayden. Shot. And gloved by Sawyer. 6:36 left in the second period. All right, Grayson's coming up with for the face-off. Noko with the face-off win. Back to their D. trying to make a shot towards, deflected by Mikey and Colton. Dean picks it up, trying to send it up the boards. Clear it out. Clears out. And they're waving off icing. It is a race. We got Dean chasing after it. Nice pressure for Dean. Brock comes out. Poke check. Recovered. We got Cam and Parker on D. Shot towards. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Puck gets cleared out. Are we going to have icing? No. They waved it off. Merrick's coming out. Merrick and Brock. Brock able to stop that pass. Puck gets sent around. Stopped by Cameron. Cameron was able to keep it in the zone. Sends it deep into the corner. Brock's there. Ian's there. Unable to keep it in because of the pressure that he's under. Man, Ian sends it back. Trying to get it over to Brock or Merrick. Merrick with some nice pressure. Puck gets sent over. Ooh. Cam with a nice little physicality there. Ian with some more physicality. Shot. And deflected by Sawyer. Picked up by Parker. Clears it out. Ian's chasing it. Yeah, Ian. Ian with some great physicality. Merrick with some more physicality. I think these boys are done. And, oh no. We've got a penalty. Penalty on. Woo, we're going on a power play. Back up over to Colton. Colton holding on to it. Colton with a pass over to Riker. Goes into the corner back behind the net. Riker, more pressure. We've got Grayson there waiting for it to pop out. Dean keeping some pressure on. Up over to Colton. Colton keeps it in, sends it back over. Gets it Grayson. Grayson trying to make a pass over to Riker. Gets pushed down. Picked up by Noko. He's got all kinds of time and space working around. Falls on his own 2 feet. Over to Mikey. Mikey with a pass to Grayson. Grayson sends it deep into the corner. Gets back behind the net. Dean's coming after it. Eli's out. Colton holds on to it. Colton with it with a pass over to Parker. Parker sends it back behind the net. Eli with a pass over to Colton, over to Parker, over to Bach. Bach with a shot that goes down. Eli with it. Parker to Cameron. Cameron to Parker. Shot blocked by their defenseman. J-Ray's out. J-Ray with some great physicality. Back over to Colton. Poor Colton hasn't been able to get a line change. Gets it in. I don't know what's going on. Noko with a little bit of a breakaway shot. Defended by Colton, and it goes high into the netting. We have 25 seconds left on our power play. I don't know who's out here. All right, so we got Riker coming out with Eli, Aiden, J-Ray, and Cameron. J-Ray with face-off. Jaden with the face-off went over to Aiden. Aiden with it to Riker. Riker trying to clear it out, picked up by Noko. Noko sends it back around the boards. Cam's able to get a stick on it, so it couldn't be a full shot over to Eli. Eli is trying to flip it up to J-Ray. Intercepted by Noko. Too much pressure by Riker to be able to get a shot off. Shot that goes high and around. They're able to keep it in the zone, sends it back. Not sure what my son just did there. J-Ray holds on to it, trying to get it out. It's tripped up. It looks like a mess down there, and it is a mess down there. Recovered by Noko. They are at full strength. Shot and goal. 2:27 left in the second. Colton and Mikey on D. Noko with the face-off win. Colton intercepts that pass. Sends it across the ice. Noko sends it deep into our zone. Colton with a pass up over. Gets it to Hayden and Grayson. Picked up by Noko. They send it around. Mikey trying to keep it in. He does keep it in. Picked up by Noko. We got Colton with some pressure. Grayson trying to clear it out. Over to Hayden. Back over to Dean. And they have a little bit of a breakaway, so we have a one-on-one poke check by Colton. Back up over. Shot that goes high. 1:32 left in the second period. Shot over and saved by Sawyer. All right, coming out, we got Merrick and Ian, Brock, Cameron, and Parker. Merrick with the face-off. Noko gets possession, D-to-D pass, trying to make a shot towards Sawyer. He's able to block it. Rebound goes around. Thank God that was a bad shot. Went on the outside of the net. Sawyer was all tangled up. Parker's able to clear it out. They pass across. Merrick's there. Gets it up to Ian. Intercepted by Noko. They send it into their zone. Chased down by Merrick and Brock. They do some big passes. Ian's there. Shot towards. Intercepted by Parker. Back check by Brock. Thank goodness. Delayed penalty on us coming up. Get. Shot. Blocked. Shot goes around. Shot. Since it's a delayed penalty, their goalie is out. And I'm not sure who's going in the box. We have 13 seconds left in the period. Brock's going in. Looking. All right. We got a penalty kill in the next 2 minutes. Coming up. No goal. Shot as the buzzer went off. Refs call it no goal. All right. We'll be back. All right. So we got Merrick with the face-off, J-Ray. And Cameron to his sides, Parker on G. Sawyer in net. Face-off win by Noko, but chased down by Merrick and J-Ray. Picked up by Noko. Pressure by Merrick and Parker. Picked up by Noko. They do a shot or a pass over to their D. Back over to their other D. They whiff it. Back up over. J-Ray with a nice interruption. Merrick's there. Stopped by, offside. And my kid, pushing this kid down. It's fun when they're right below us. Thank goodness you guys can see it. I cannot, except for through my phone. All right, we have run clock because the goal differential is more than 4. So 50 seconds left on our penalty kill. Parker, J-Ray, Merrick, and Cam. Parker gets his stick on it, clears it into the neutral zone. Puck gets sent over. Pressure up to their D. They do a pass up over. They don't feel comfortable with that. Either that or they feel bad for us. I don't know. Shot and kangarooed by Sawyer. They poke it out, clear it out. 17 seconds left on our penalty kill. Parker with it, trying to clear it out. Back up over to Parker. Cameron got completely schooled on that one. My son. Eli Brock, J-Ray. J-Ray with the face-off. J-Ray with a face-off win. Fulton able to get his stick on the puck. J-Ray's trying to clear it out. Puck goes over to the far side. Recovered by Noko. Mikey up to Eli. Shot towards Sawyer. He pushes it to the side. All right, cleared out. Goes back into our zone. Mikey gets it. Neutral zone. Dumped in. Colton clears it out. J-Ray and Ian are out. With Hayden, Riker, and Cameron. Noko chipping in up the boards. Riker gets his puck on, or his stick on the puck. J-Ray clears it out. Puck gets sent deep in. Cameron sending it around the boards. Picked up by Noko. They do a shot, goes across the crease. Shot, and Sawyer saves it. No movement from Sawyer, Cameron, or Riker. They didn't even want to breathe on it. All right, coming out, we got Grayson, Hayden, Bean, Parker, and Mikey. Grayson with the face-off and the face-off win. Shot behind the net, picked up by Noko. 9:40 left in the game. Interruption by Mikey. Gets up to the D. Shot that goes high. Dean with some pressure. Gets it over to Mikey. Mikey deking around the ref. Up to Hayden. Hayden clears it out. We got Parker putting on some pressure for the breakaway. Shot. Goal. 7-0. Come on, we got Fulton putting on some pressure. Lots of pressure. Stickless, picked up by Riker. Riker sending it over. Hits Eli in the back. Back up over to Riker. Riker sends it in. J-Ray chasing it after it. Complete breakaway. Eli with some pressure. Shot, but Sawyer saves it. Sawyer pushing it off with his stick. Back up to Noko D. Deflected by Colton. Riker picks it up with a pass over to J-Ray. Just out of J-Ray's reach. Colton holds on to it, flips it up, giving it up to J Ray. J Ray over to Aiden. Aiden pushes it in. Cleared out by Noko. We got a breakaway. Cameron with a shot. And Cameron comes out, shot, and just buried it. Back behind the net. Picked up by Merrick. Merrick does a little bit of a reverse, gets pushed down. And it's like we're moving in quicksand right now. Cleared up, picked up by Cameron. Cameron does a back pass to Mikey. Mikey able to get it over, gets it to Merrick, or to Brock. Brock with a nice check, pushes it down, gets sent into our zone, and it is icing. 6:40 left in the game. Coming out, we got Grayson, Hayden, Dean, Parker, Riker. No. Cameron's staying out with Parker. No Riker. Dean, Grayson, Hayden. Face-off win. I'm not sure, but puck gets sent over. Goes into the corner. Parker with some pressure. Noko flipping it up. Grayson's able to get his stick on it. Sends it back into the zone. Dean's chasing it. Stopped by Noko. Oh no, Cam misses the pass. They've got a breakaway. Completely clear shot. Saved by Sawyer. Another save by Sawyer. Cam falls on Sawyer. Parker with a pass up over to Grayson. Grayson clears it out. 5:40 left in the game. Riker coming out for Cam. Eli, J. Ray, Aiden. Picked up by Aiden. Aiden with a pass over to J. Ray. J. Ray gets pushed off. Picked up by Colton. He's out for Parker. Riker with some nice stick work on it, able to interrupt that shot opportunity. Back up over shot and saved by Sawyer. J. Ray with the face-off. Eli and Aiden to his left and right. Riker and Colton on D. Noko with the face-off win. Shot, but deflected high. Riker putting on some pressure up against the boards. J. Ray's coming in to help him out. Riker sends it around. Eli is there, able to get it into the neutral zone. They send it back. Riker clearing it out. Oh, and Eli is there. Eli lost his stick. Picked up by J. Ray. Man. I wish that there would be a penalty of taking our stick, because that would have been a beautiful opportunity. Merrick's out for Eli. Full of stuff going on over in the corner. Not sure what's happening. Oh, great interruption by Riker. Sending it around the board. Stopped by Noko's D to D pass. Kicks it in. Shot towards. Kick to the side. Riker trying to clear it up to Brock. J. Ray's out there. Puck goes around. Merrick with some nice pressure there. By pressure, I mean forward action. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Didn't mean to kick the stand. All right. Puck is in the corner. Riker's chasing it. Trying to get his stick lift shot towards Sawyer. Gets pushed off to the side. Less than 3 minutes left. Brock clearing it out. Picked up by Noko. We're holding on to it. Doing some passing back and forth. Ian's out. Colton, Mikey, Grayson, and Hayden. Ian with some pressure shot. Oh! Because of Hayden's little pressure and interruption, they weren't able to get a good shot off. Shot. Oh. Onto it, does a pass over to Mikey. Mikey deflects it down. Back over to Mikey. Mikey holds on to it, sends it into the zone. Grayson going after it into the corner. Picked up by Noko. They do a pass. Poke check by Cameron. Another poke check by Cameron. Mikey comes up, helps out. Pressure by Cameron. Picked up by Dean. Dean trying to clear it out. Woo. Clears out. 1:23 left in the game. Puck goes into the corner. Mikey holds on to it, sends it around. Dean's there with him. Eli's waiting for it to come out. Hayden. Mikey with a pass up to Eli. Eli with some great pressure. Noko comes back. Shot. Oh, terrible. Clear by my son. He sends it around, gets picked up by their D. Less than a minute left, folks. J-Ray has it. Parker's there. Parker holds on to it. Parker with a pass over to Aiden. Aiden gets it into the zone, gets cleared out again. Riker's out with Eli. J-Ray. Shot. Stopped by Sawyer. Have a good friend that's watching. You know who you are. I know I should be nicer to my son. These boys are playing their heart out. 8 seconds left in the game. J-Ray with the face off. And we're calling the game. All right. Just want to say thank you for joining us on Thanksgiving Eve. Hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And for those of you, my friend Sandy, across the pond that don't have Thanksgiving, still enjoy it. Enjoy your Thursday. Our next game is Friday at 12:30 Mountain Time, and then or 12:45, I think, and then another game at 6:30, and then one more on Saturday. So join us on Friday. Let's hope that we have good enough weather to not have to freeze our behinds off outside. So really appreciate it again, and we'll see you Friday. Take care.